The decision to fly changed my life. I could say that I exchanged my time and skills and energy for a plane ticket, set your foot in many different parts of the world for free. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fabi and I share stories about my non-linear life journey to encourage you to embrace your own journey. If you don't already know, I used to work as a flight attendant with Singapore Airlines. I've actually posted a couple videos about my flying journey, how I got in with one try, and why I decided to leave. So if you're interested in checking those out, I will link the videos in the description box down below and you can check them out right after you watch this video. Today I want to talk about the top 5 reasons of why I think you should join the airline. The decision to fly changed my life. And while I obviously have some valid reasons of why I decided to quit and make yet another pivot in life, I do think that it's worth a shot. And today I'm going to break it down to you of why I think you should join the airline, especially if you're considering this career path and that you're on the fence. Number 1, you want a free pass to travel the world and get paid. One of the top reasons of why people join the airline as a flight attendant is to travel the world. And that's actually one of my top reasons too. Like, I want to see what's out there, I want to experience the world, I want to get exposed to different cultures and different ways of life, but in an unconventional way. Thanks to my years of flying, I have been to all parts of the world except for South America and Antarctica. I am lucky enough to have been able to get exposed to different traditions, celebrations celebrated in different parts of the world, and I'm very grateful for the experience. Now, if you join the airline as a flight attendant and the airline that you join is an international airline, chances are you would be able to set your foot in many different parts of the world quicker than most people for free. Your transport is covered and your accommodation is also covered because technically you're at work, so your company would give you or provide you accommodation for free. As a passenger, you would pay for the service and the seat, whereas as a flight attendant, you would literally work your off, especially if you join a full service career such as Singapore Air. When I was flying, I would often hear the phrase of walking from one country to another. As an example, the flight that I operated most often was London. I've been to London at least 11 times, all work trips. And I would literally walk all the way from Singapore to London because the flight was so busy, and it's also a long flight. It would be like a 12 to 14-hour flight depending on the weather and time of year. So I guess I could say that I exchanged my time and skills and energy for a plane ticket because I was able to fly to London and enjoy London for a couple of days without having to pay for anything and still get paid. I don't think that's a bad deal at all. Number 2 is you want to gain some cool and unique experience that not many other occupations could offer. I've experienced so many amazing things during my flying days, and some of them become my core memory now, such as being able to sit in the cockpit for takeoff and landing, being able to have a bird-eye view of Mount Fuji, seeing the northern lights from 35,000 feet above sea levels. I thought those experiences were so surreal, and I'm super grateful for being able to experience those thanks to me having a metal tube that's 35,000 feet above sea levels as my office. Number 3 is you don't want to bring your work home. One thing that I really miss about flying is that I never have to bring my work home. The moment the plane door opens and I bid my passengers goodbye, I'm done and I was able to disconnect from work immediately. I'm not gonna lie, there were times where things happened on board and it took me a while to shake off the negative energy or just move on from whatever happened. But in general, I was able to disconnect pretty easily from work and not think about it until the next flight that I need to operate. Now that I'm back to working on ground, I feel like I am in the Netflix series, you know, like there is a continuation of the things that you need to do, especially because I am in the corporate world. So as an example, if you are working on a project or a task or a deliverable, chances are the next day you're back at work, you need to get back to it. And it's not as easy to disconnect. So looking back, the fact that I never even had to bring my work home is something that I appreciate even more these days. Number 4 is you need something to jumpstart your life. If you need something that could provide you with a stable and decent income relatively quickly, flying could be a good option. I'm aware that this is not applicable to everyone. It would depend on which part of the world you're currently located in,
other opportunities that you have, what other options that you think you could explore.
For me, this is literally how I built my life from scratch. To put this into perspective, I joined the airline not long after I graduated from university with my bachelor degree. And at that time, I was able to earn an income that was at least 6 times higher than what I would have been able to earn had I stayed in my corporate job. For the flying opportunity, I did move from Jakarta to Singapore, so I understand that it might not be an apple-to-apple comparison. But even if I zoom out and evaluate the Singapore job market, the salary from flying was actually at least 1.5 times higher than an entry-level salary on average. Finally, you try the corporate world and figured it's not for you. Last reason, which I think is extremely valid, is the fact that you've tried doing corporate for a while and you figure that it's not for you. Whether it's a 9-to-5 life that makes you feel like you're trapped, or you feel that the idea of climbing up the corporate ladder is not enticing enough to you, whatever the reason may be, it's valid. While I was flying, I crossed paths with many people who came from the corporate world and left their career and decided to fly because they want a more flexible lifestyle. And I also know of people who joined the airline, decided to quit, and came back because they figured that flying system the best. So I don't think there is a cookie cutter answer for that one, but I think that society conditions us in a way that we have to know what we want and we have to make a decision and choose a career path and stick to it for life. I do think that we could allow us to explore and try things and try new things and figure out what we like and what we don't like, and give ourselves permission to change our mind and trust that we'll figure it out along the way. I think instilling self-trust within ourselves is one of the most valuable things that we could give to ourselves. And most importantly, life is a learning experience, so we all gotta embrace the journey, like what I always say in this channel. Okay, that is all I have for today. Let me know which lesson resonates with you the most, and if you find this video useful, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will continue putting out videos about my flying journey, as well as stories about my nonlinear life journey in general, which I think covers for insight, information, and scenarios that are applicable to many situations in life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending the time with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye now.